Hey guys, so Lord here, back again with another review. Today we'll be taking a look at the MEGO Corp Universal Monsters Bride of Frankenstein. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, as I said before, today we're taking a look at the Bride of Frankenstein. Anyone get the Megadeth reference? My creation? B-side off of Rust in Peace? No? Your loss! She is brought to us by the fine folks over at MEGO Corp, part of their Universal Monsters line. We looked at Frankenstein's monster, technically, the other day. So, we're just going to do the whole Franken family. I have the son of Frankenstein. We'll look at him on, I want to say Saturday. It's going to be Thursday when this is posted. But yeah, this is the Bride of Frankenstein. My first ever, Bride of Frankenstein. And she's got me flustered, I guess. And first actual female MEGO figure. Excuse me, gee whiz. Yeah, not much to say here other than I'm not familiar with this body as much as the male body. That sounded weird. But, I have to say, my one gripe with this figure is her head, the way it sits on the body. But we'll get into that. So bringing her up here. I gotta say, I'm not very good at posing this thing either. She's just kind of walking. She's kind of hanging out. It's like, As far as I know, the costume is pretty accurate. She's got the bandaged look on her arms here. She's got the white dress, which is kind of baggy, but I think it's supposed to be. I don't know. It's very difficult to kind of pose around, get into a pose I like. And I think this dress could have maybe been slightly less baggy. Slightly, because it just kind of looks like it's plopped on there as opposed to actually sitting on there. I mean, I know it's a MEGO, but they've done a pretty good job as of late, at least on some of the male figures with the clothing. But here's my main gripe with the figure. You could probably see it. She's not looking straight. She's looking up. Can you see that? Am I crazy? Is that how it's supposed to be? I figured her head was supposed to be tilted down maybe like this. But now she's shifted forward. Isn't this straight? Or is this? I don't know. Does she always look up like that? I don't believe so. I actually never seen this movie, but I have seen some clips of it. I don't think she's constantly looking up like that. I also think she's supposed to have regular eyes. And these eyes look like they're a solid color. Hold on. Oh, maybe they're not. It's hard to tell. They look black, though. They look really, really black. And I think she's supposed to have just regular eyes like the Boris Karloff Frankenstein. Also, she has a very green complexion compared to Frankenstein. He was a little bit more of a pale green. She's more of like a bright neon green. That's really messing with the light. There. But yeah, kind of a bit much on the green, but it doesn't bug me too much. But articulation on this body, because I never reviewed it before, the head does rotate. It almost feels like it's on a ball joint, so you could almost tilt her head down to get it sitting where it's supposed to be. Like this. That's a little bit closer. So I might just do that. Because that's not it. I think it's kind of like a ball joint. It's kind of not. It does have a little wiggle in there, though. Her arms move forward and back. You can hear the band in there. She's got an elbow joint. She's got the swivel and hinge at the wrist. Thankfully, the wrists on this one were kind of loosey-goosey. Kind of. They were butter smooth. I guess that's a better way to put it. She does have the very limited kind of waist swivel. It's more of a swivel on this body. An awkward chest sculpt, to say the very least, I think. It's like it's puffing out, but the boobs are tiny. Okay. The hips kick forward and back. I mean, at least there's clothes on it, right, to hide it. They do kick in and out a little bit. It was kind of hard to get in there, so we'll lift her skirt up. Pardon me, ma'am. But you can see she's got the bandages all the way down to her feet, which I kind of wish they left her feet bare. Should be a little easier to stand. But she does have the single knee. She does have the hinge at the foot. But again, I kind of wish they cut this outfit off right at the ankle so she could stand on the plastic of her feet instead of that soft material that the bandages are made out of, because it is a little bit textured. It's got some layering to it. It's got some loose threads too. I already cut one off earlier. What about this side? Not so much over here, but there is a loose thread here. I'll have to snick that off so it doesn't get caught on anything, but very, very, oh, okay, that's where it is, huh? Either way. But this costume is textured, and that's fine. That's cool. I dig that, but I will say you want to be careful with it. Don't get too many of these loose threads and you'll ruin it. But I will say it does make her a freaking chore to stand. But that's what we have a backdrop for, isn't it? Just lean her up against that. But here she is next to her main squeeze. Yeah, Frankenstein's monster. You can see the two of them. He's a little taller, which is fine. Which is accurate, actually. And she's fallen down. But there you go. And then here she is next to another Universal Monsters character. I bet some of you are thinking I'm going to pull out the Wolfman. But, surprise, it's the other Lon Chaney, the Mask of the Red Death. Because I love this figure, and I actually rolled his pants back down. I decided against leaving them rolled up to see the boots, because you can still kind of see the boots. He looks like a royal guard with a skull face. Just looking at him here, he looks like a royal guard with a skull face and a funky pirate hat. This is probably my favorite MEGO of the year so far. This guy, or Gene Wilder, or even the Hammer Dracula. Excuse me, gee whiz. Bride of Frankenstein activated my acid reflux like nobody's business. Size comparison with our regulars here. There's Spawn. Oop, I'm getting snagged on stuff behind camera. There's Brother Mandibulus. There you go. I'm so glad my Spawn here, just to go on a brief tangent, his ankle was a little bit kind of floppy and was kind of tilted forward a bit for the longest time. He was a pain in the nuts to stand. But I flipped the ball hinge around, and now he's super easy to stand. He stands right up, and I love it! I love it even more than I did. But, yeah, this is kind of the weakest MEGO I think I've reviewed on the channel so far. Nothing against the character. I like the character. But the dress seems a little bit baggy, even for a MEGO. It makes her a little bit of a pain in the neck to stand because it almost goes past her feet. Her head's constantly looking up, and her costume, compared to the Mummy anyways, has a bit more thread going on. And that's never good. So, I would recommend this one, but maybe keep it in the package, because she is a bit tricky to stand, and then the costume you want to be careful with. But other than that, I think it's a decent representation of the Bride of Frankenstein until NECA gives us a ultimate one, I think. Also, with her constantly looking up, she does not want to focus. That's the best I can do, unfortunately. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, as kind of cumbersome as it was. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. As well as hit me up over on Instagram at Overlord Productions for live unboxing videos of all kinds of stuff. And in case you miss them, I upload them to IGTV afterwards. But as always, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you want this figure, if you are not into this figure, or if you're just straight up waiting for a NECA figure. Because, like I said, this one's a little bit weaker compared to some of the other MEGOs I've looked at on the channel, at least to me. And as always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.